it's Jayne Green from PDTraining. This second stage is going to help you to identify, label and understand your anxiety. I'm also a master's degree qualified counsellor and I've had 27 years experience in the education and mental health field with both adults and children. Also, can you make sure that you leave a comment and tell me what sort of videos you would like me to make for you. Now don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel down there. It's got that little red YouTube button on the actual screen. Click on that and you can subscribe, and make sure you give me a like. I've just made a video that was asking you to start a journal, and that was a couple of weeks ago, and then I said I will follow it up, and in that journal you were supposed to start writing your thoughts down. So I hope you've been doing that. Now, for people who have watched Anxiety Series Playlist 1, you will know all about why you need to do what I'm going to tell you to do today. So let's get right into it. Journaling, that's our topic today, and this is video 2. So if you've already written down your thoughts, that's great. But if not, okay, we're going to start writing our thoughts down. This video is going to help you identify, label and understand anxiety through your thoughts. It's also giving you an opportunity for positive self-talk. The other great thing it does, it actually helps us track our triggers, prioritise our fears and identify the negative thoughts and behaviours and patterns of thinking that we continue to have. So now one of the first things I want you to do is I want you to journal how your body is feeling. Now you may not do this right now as I ask you to. It may be while you're at work you suddenly think, oh, I'm going to check how my body's feeling right now. And then check how your neck is feeling. Is it tense or is it relaxed? Is it in pain, for example? How are your shoulders? Are they right up, or when you sort of take a deep breath and you say relax, do they go down? How are your fingers? Are they hurting? Are they feeling very sore and tense and stiff? How's your abdominals feel? Are you relaxed in the abdominal or are you quite tense there? Check your feet. See if your feet are actually hurting. Are they tense in your shoes? So it really means checking your whole body. One of the things also check is, do you clench your jaw a lot? Because that's what actually happens with a lot of people when they're stressed. We tend to clench our jaw, and some people do it in their sleep as well. So you really need to be very careful about how your body is feeling, and you need to journal it down. So write down, are my muscles tense? Yes, they're mainly tense in my neck, in my shoulders, in my hands. Now the next thing I want you to do is I want you to list your automatic negative thoughts. Now that means, again, checking on your thoughts repeatedly during the day, okay? So the thoughts that come up again and again and again, you'll start to see the pattern as you write them down. Just write them down. That way you'll see the ones that are coming up all the time, and certainly the ones that are very negative, because if you remember in that first video, I asked you to write down your thoughts and check on them every day for a week, and I said you should be checking on them several times a day, and then writing them down, and then putting the ones that are really useful to you with a tick and the ones that aren't so useful with a cross. By writing it and identifying it on paper, you can really see what is really going on up here. You can create a form on the computer, or you can just write this in your journal, okay, in different columns. So I want you to have a column, identify your irrational thought and the belief that follows. If you've seen the playlist video series Anxiety 1, you would see that we first of all have a memory that is triggered from our 5 senses, and then what happens is that triggers a thought, that then goes to a belief, the belief creates a feeling, and then the feeling creates a behaviour. Okay, so we've done all that. That's why I say it's really vital that you do understand the mechanics, because then when you're doing this journaling activity, you will really understand why you need to do this journaling activity. It'll make sense to you. Oh, this is why I have to put down my thoughts and why she's asking me to do that. Now, the next step is to describe your situation. So when you have a thought and it keeps on occurring, think about the situations that actually trigger those thoughts. For example, does it happen when you're in a social situation? Does it happen at work when you're doing a particular task? So you could have a column, situation. How are you actually feeling? Then the second column is identify your irrational thinking and belief that goes with that thought that you keep on having. The thought could be something like, for example, I must do well at school, or I'm dumb. Now, you might not actually say those words, but the belief is that you're dumb if you don't do well at school, and so the thoughts are really negative and irrational. After you've done that, then ask a question to that. Why would I be dumb just because I can't actually do well at school? Now, this is a rational question to an irrational thought and belief, isn't it? Okay, so we're saying, oh, well, I must be dumb because I didn't do something well at school. I must be dumb and I can't achieve anything else. So this is a really irrational thought. So by asking the question, well, why do I think that I'm going to be dumb if I don't do well at school, makes you have to stop and think about it. So I want you to write these questions down, by the way. It's all written in your journal. Now, the next is going to be the answer. So you're going to have to think about the answer, aren't you? So you're going to go, well, hang on, why would I be dumb if I don't really do well at uni or at college? Now, the proper, healthy, rational thought will be, well, why would I be? You know? I mean, I've got all these obstacles. I'm a mature age entrant. I'm trying to deal with children. I've got so much going on in my life with like family issues. I'm not dumb. I'm just annoyed because I'm having an issue with getting all the work done. It's really because of all this other external stuff going on. It's got nothing to do with me not being capable, and I'm not stupid. I could actually get this all done, but God, I'm 40, I'm trying to do my degree, and I've got 3 children, I've got no support at home, I've got to go home and cook for the kids. So can you see this is rationalising the thought instead of, if I fail at uni, I must be an idiot. Okay? Then what I would like you to do is then write that rational thought out. Also, when you write it out, say, okay, what can I do about this feeling and this thought? Maybe I have to get better at saying no to people. You know, maybe I need to do something with my schedule. Maybe I need to get some help with the kids. Maybe my partner, if you've got one, could maybe take over cooking and doing a few chores, you know, because I never ask anyone for help. Maybe I could make a plan out where I work more on weekends and not during the week when I've got the children with me. So as you can see, as you write this down, you realise that this irrational thought that you are dumb if you don't do well at college is actually because you haven't analysed that thought and you haven't put it all down on paper and gone, wow, ask the question, why am I thinking like that? Why do I possibly think I'm dumb because I didn't do well at school? Look, I had students in adult education who came through who got 98% in everything, but they'd failed maths at school. Okay, that's because they were a kid and they had a lot of issues that were going on at home at the time, and there was abuse or parents divorcing or whatever, or transient children who move from school to school to school to school, and they have to get used to leaving their friends, etc., etc. And in actual fact, when they came back as an adult and they wanted to be there, they did really amazingly well as long as they didn't have all these obstacles. So it is a different way of thinking. So the steps are body check, and write down exactly how your body feels. Do a daily recording a couple of times a day of what your body feels. Take your journal to work, okay? It's all right. And then the next one is to list your automatic negative thoughts, which you should have done in journal before, but hey, no pressure, because part of my thing when people say to me, oh, I haven't done that yet, I go, listen, no pressure, I'm trying to keep you calm, okay? But the sooner you start, the quicker you're going to be healed. Okay, so list your automatic negative thoughts that come up again and again, the worries, the fears that you have. What are they? Identify them and write them down on your piece of paper so that you can see what is really going on. Then identify, when does that thought come up? In which situation are you in when that thought comes up? Then ask the question, why am I saying that? And then answer the question with a rational reasoning. Okay. And then what you have to do is then finally come up with a new healthy negative emotion. When I say negative emotion, you're probably confused, but you can just say, I'm not dumb, I'm just annoyed because I'm struggling with trying to get all the assignments done while I've got all this other stuff going on around me, like having kids and having all this stuff, and I'm finding it hard to juggle everything. So there's really nothing wrong about my ability. I am a smart person, but I'm just finding it difficult because of all these external reasons. And then, of course, the last thing is to work out how you can sort that out to reduce the stress and to be able to do well at uni or at college or at TAFE, wherever you're going in your studies. Okay, that's just an example. I will be talking more and probably giving you more examples. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to have a mantra. This is my mantra. I'm stronger than I think. I am human and life has challenges, but I will be okay. I can overcome anything that comes my way. I am at peace. I hope this video has helped you. Don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to hit like and keep this channel free. And don't forget the comment, please, please, please. What videos can I make you? It really helps me know what you're looking for. Thank you so much. Bye for now.